Welcome to the vlog. It's 4 a.m. We are right outside of LA County. Jaylen just woke up. He was asleep the whole time. Car's here, first gas stop. We're getting into LA. We got a couple things to do. We're gonna make sure that the car is checked up for next season and inspect everything to make sure I didn't beat the crap out of it too much. I think it should be okay, but you know, you can't be too cautious. A couple of quick snacks, you know how dads do. Throw some chips in the kid and we get it right. Got a couple of energy drinks. I swear I'm not trying to drink any more of them this weekend, but I have them just in case I do get deathly tired. Now I do have a lot of water in the truck, so that's not that huge of a deal. I can balance it out and I can drink properly. All right, what you want? Spicy or tapatio? Tapatio. Alright, this fog is crazy as hell. We're going up the Grapevine right now. Everybody's bugging out. Climbing up out of the fog, so it should be clear here pretty soon. Hopefully everybody picks up the pace. Yeah! Now look, that's 6 sunrise coming up. We are officially in LA County, my G. For me, the toughest part of these trips is like right around 4 a.m. I get extremely tired. I be wanting to fall asleep, so crazy. We've only got about 45 minutes left on our drive. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna answer some questions on social media and grab one of the phones and take a crack at it. This was my wife's idea, and it's actually a really good idea because I think it'll help you guys figure out a little bit more about myself. A goal that we have for this channel is Jaylen and I, the content creators, can connect with you guys. You guys can get a little bit more invested in us by asking whatever you want to ask. We give you the answers to it. Whatever you want to know. And I saw a couple of questions for Jaylen as well, so that's good stuff. Sideways Marty, he asked, Assetto Corsa or GT Sport, which one do you prefer? Which one do we prefer?
GT Sport.
GT Sport, that is for sure. That's what we've been spending the most time on. Here's one for you, Jaylen. What is your favorite jam to listen to with your dad?
There's a lot of them. We don't listen to new rap that much. We mostly listen to a lot of old school music.
So what's your favorite jam to listen to?
You play too many. You play a lot.
No, what song do you play?
Really?
Huh?
Really?
Yeah, it's a question. They ask the question. They want to know what you play. What song do you like? I say it?
Yeah.
He loves Rakim, I ain't no joke. He's an old school head. I'm an old school head too. Ricardo, Lauren, what's up, buddy? Can we tandem when my new car is finished? Yes, we can. I thoroughly appreciate your spirit and watching you drive from first starting out to now. Super impressed, but I'm looking forward to what you have built and what we can do later on. What is the favorite car I've ever drifted other than my FC? Favorite car I've ever drifted, I must say, was an R33 Skyline. We had a barbecue that we threw in an airplane hangar at Alameda. My boy, he had his R33 and I couldn't resist. That was my first time sliding right-hand drive. It just felt supernatural. I ended up leaving skid marks all over the airplane hangar. We went to a local Walmart, pouring bleach and everything all over the place and just scrubbing all night to get the skid marks up so we can turn the hangar back over to the company in the mornings. So it wasn't tire marks, it was just clean marks all through the whole place, but at least it wasn't skid marks. That was from Jay Dizzle. Sorry, I didn't indicate that. Russ Drifts, are you aiming to go pro? No. I don't think I have that mindset right now. So,
Or the money.
Or the money. Let's keep it funky. It costs a lot of money to do pro things, and I'm not looking to spend that kind of money. Tom Tang, are you going to come grip with me? Yes, very much so. Looking forward to that as well. I'm still going to be focusing on the RX-8 to get that thing together to get to the track with you, my man. We'll look forward to that in 2018. Nader, on your way back from LA, meet halfway photo shoot. You have got to be home by now, but that would have definitely been cool to meet up with you and have some waypoint rotary photo shoot. This one's funny. JC Robinson, you got a couple of questions here, sir. What was your first experience with drifting? My first experience with drifting was Sonoma Raceway, NASA Pro Racing, just regular HPDE. It was with this car. I wanted to road race, and I didn't fully have the suspension set up as you would want to have suspension set up to actually get around the course very good. I was sliding on corner exits. They pulled me in, inspect my car, make sure I wasn't leaking, send me back out. I wasn't leaking, I just didn't have enough grip. They put an instructor in the car with me. The instructor immediately saw that I had control, and he told everybody he's fine, he just doesn't have his car set up right. And he patted me on the shoulder. Stop drifting, kid, and you'll be all right. Went home, looked it up, saw it, hooked, done. Your follow-up question was, what made you pick the FC? What made me pick the FC wasn't my choice. My dad got me this little $500 RX-7, second generation, a SE 4-lug RX-7. I would drive it to school, and this one girl was like, oh, that's cute, you got an RX-7, I got one too. I was like, yeah, right. So I'm just thinking, girl, you ain't driving nobody's RX-7. Like, chicks wouldn't even be into that, you know? Because she said, oh, well, yours ain't a turbo, mine is a turbo. I didn't even know they had turbo ones. So I told her to drive it to school the next day. She drove it to school, she had a turbo RX-7. She took me for a ride in it. It was fast as hell to me at that point in time. And after that, hooked. So the girl name was Cindy. She actually hooked me on an RX-7. My father put me in one, and she solidified that car for me. Dang, this is making the trip go by hella fast. We only got 20 minutes left. And you had one more question. How much power does it really make? And you put that in caps. All right, let me tell you. It makes... Yep, he said it. It makes that much horsepower. Jason Rodriguez, when will you go V8? When I get a Mustang or the Maserati Gran Turismo. Those will be my V8s. And for your son, Jaylen, if you were given the chance of motorsport to be in, which one would you choose?
Maybe motocrossing or stick to drifting.
Alright. Aaron Weinberger, what kind of car are you gonna build with your dad when you finally get in the driver's seat? Are you gonna stick with the rotary and slide the vert, or are you gonna go with something else?
I'll build a chaser.
I totally thought it was gonna be something else. That's good stuff. Tony FC3C, how long has your recent motor lasted? Long time. Man, that Skyline looks hella sick. So this current setup's been in the car since 2014. The last setup was in the car from 2010 to 2014. So I get some good life on my motors. I don't really have many issues with them, but if you follow the channel, I do a lot of work on them to maintain the cars and do preventative measures so that I don't have any silly issues that would end up ruining my day. So Fusion asking headlights. The green HIDs, I don't even remember. I've had those in the car for a while. Hurt Life. That's what he says. Why did you have to F up the game with those dope S4 LED taillights? I thought that everybody does S5s a lot, and since my car is an S4, I've always wanted somebody to do something with the taillights, but it was just for the want to be a little bit different, but kind of keep up with the trend of LED taillights that it was going in. Menace 707, what wheel setup are you using for your PlayStation? Currently just using entry-level Logitech G29, and The only complaint I have is it doesn't have a handbrake. They moved all the buttons off of the shifters onto the steering wheel, and the steering wheel diameter is tiny as hell. So it's like driving with one of those little chain steering wheels on a lowrider. But I have fun, and it's all good. ATM Drift asked, when will we see you on an episode of Daily Transmission? This is a good question. I don't know. I guess that would be pretty cool to do. I just have to travel down to do it and have some time where, I mean, the guys are actually at the warehouse. I guess they're pretty busy. I've never been there before, so I don't know. That would be something cool to do. I mean, I would definitely not mind. Devin Caraway, what's the game with the most realistic drift physics? None of them on console. Because if you think about how these games are developed with grip in mind. We're doing drifting as an afterthought. And the better the physic handling is of the game, the easier it is to drift. So I guess that'll kind of answer it. I would say right now, from my current experience, this Gran Turismo Sport, Assetto Corsa, Project Cars is trash for drifting. B. Preston 3568, why are you driving to LA, taking the FC to Hoonigan? Again, no, that wasn't the plan, but it would be awesome. That would be pretty cool. Never been there before, and I want to see Hertz FC in person. Big Meech 91, what got you into rotary? My father getting me that car, and everybody saying how bad it was made me stay in it to prove them wrong. I like to prove people wrong. Daniel has a camera. Why do you like your steak cooked well done? Because I'm not a lion. I'm not eating raw meat. Bloody steak, get it way the hell out of here. Get it over there in Angel Crest. Get that raw out of here. Cook it. Make it gray like this pavement, like that wall. Cook that meat, son. Ooh, sun coming on up, baby. All right, we've got a couple more we can fire right through. Hess Jarman for Jaylen. Describe your dream S13. Aero, wheels, how much power you want, interior color, etc.
So I want to run a 2J with a single turbo.
So you probably want, well, it'd be hard not to make over 500 with that. What kind of aero?
Being sport.
And what kind of wheels?
RPF ones.
You want RPF ones?
Yeah.
It's not a bad setup. Well, what colorway would you make it?
I'll maybe be running like a black and gray.
Just like dear old dad, when I have it looking like a cloudy day. This follow-up question was for me. Can you go into detail about the cameras and editing software you use to make your vlogs?
iMovie.
Yeah, we paid version of iMovie, and it's just time consuming. Yeah. But of course, GoPros and
iPhone.
Yeah, and some iPhone stuff. Sideways Marty, are you going to ASB this year? I think I might. I've been on the Sims just hammering away at Horse Thief Mile and Streets, and I think I might. Rycor. You say if I get sleepy, have a hot chili pepper. That probably would have helped. I leave Trail 86. What helps you get through the day? Anything I start, I have to complete. My main focus is getting to the end of whatever tasks I have, or getting to the point where I don't have anything to do. With work, I get a list of invoices, places to go, time frames that I gotta get stuff done. So my day is consumed with just staying super obsessive with keeping order and keeping pace. And then obviously this little guy, I get home, get to hang with him and my wife and daughter. Tired. I should be the tired one.
I haven't even got to stretch, so.
Dustin Jenks, what's your favorite tire? Anything Falcon. My experience with the Falcon tires, I've driven with 615, 615K, 615K plus. 452s, 453s, 450s, and the 950s. Current favorite tire is the Falcon 950 all season with, giving up a little bit of a secret, 25 PSI. All right, you had a second follow-up question. What angle kit do I have? PBM. All right, so getting back to Osman Rada. What was the lowest point in your car experience that made you get out of drifting or out of the car scene? And what did you do or what happened that kept you in it? So this is why I saved this for the end. Tying back into Pro-Am. When I first learned how to drift, we put a lot of money into the car. I had a really good job at the time. I was working for the railroad. Worked a lot, but I had a ton of money. I did Pro-Am for 2 years. Those 2 years, my job didn't like me taking off, especially not the weekends. For drifting, I was taking time off. Somebody at the job didn't like me, and they happened to be a very high up employee, and they turned around and hit me with a violation of attendance. And I'm like, wait, whoa, we're completely blindsided with that. So now I'm hella worried about my job and things of that nature. Obviously, I was predisposed. There were some things going on at Pro-Am that I was having to deal with as well. Long story short, I was very distracted. And on the final round, I was in third place, securing my license. All I had to do was win one battle. I just had to win one battle. That was it. Got distracted. I spun on my lead run. I murdered my chase, but it didn't matter. I spun. Done deal. Ended the season in 5th place. Didn't get my license. Then, insult to injury, a couple months after that, my job decided that they no longer required my services, and I got released. That stopped me drifting for a long time. The people that know that I was in the scene very heavy, and I disappeared. 2013, 2014. Just disappeared. That's why. I was trying to figure it out, man. I had a house, I had a mortgage, I had a wife, I had a kid. I had to figure it out. I didn't know what was going on. At the time, I had a shop. We called it the Trap. We used to do cool things in there, build cool things, but dude, I lost it all. Losing it all kind of makes you try to figure something out. Life changed, and I have to reorganize, but I'm not getting rid of anything. So I did my best to maintain a lifestyle, but I had to struggle for a long time, about 2 years. I was living like very minimal. As life gets better, right? Always gets better. And I decided to get back to drifting in 2015. That was the lowest I'd ever been in my life. And then life went right back up. Look where we're at now. That's why I'm very loyal to everybody that has been around me through that time period, because through that time period, everybody kept my spirits up. Anytime I asked anybody to do anything for me, they held me down, they did it. And now that we're back up in life, I'm making sure that any opportunity I have, if I can include any of my friends in it, I do. I think that was a long answer, but that was what it was. There was one more question I saw from somebody that was kind of along that line. Let me see if I can find it. There was a question that was asked that got deleted. So I caught the question. I don't remember your name. So I'm going to answer it because I remembered it. Good thing I was reading through the question when I was at work this morning. So the question was, how do you keep determination and keep going when things are going wrong with your car and nobody in your family supports you with your, obsession, obviously? Very simple. Self-determination, bro. You look to yourself for everything that you need. You need to be very sure of yourself that what you're doing pleases you. People don't have to totally see your vision. They don't have to fully believe in what you're doing, that it makes sense. Only person that knows what the end game is you. So you just got to convince people with actions, not with a lot of talking. If people oppose you, it doesn't matter, as long as you're confident in it. And when you get the job done, do me a favor. Don't be petty. When you get it done, you just got it done. Enjoy it yourself. Don't rub it in nobody's face, because you could easily do something like that. But you're a better person when you don't. Be gracious in doing that. When they start to appreciate it, don't pull the, where was you when I was doing this and that? Because that's whack. That's what makes people corny, when they do stuff like that. When they start to appreciate it, let them appreciate it. Show them more about it. Tell them more about it. Let them be informed on it. We're done talking. We're here at HotLine. I gotta call Justin and be like, I'm here cuz I'm cold, I'm tired, and start working on this car. What you telling people?
Wait, it's over?
What you telling people?
Subscribe, comment, and like the video.
You said that like you wasn't sure.
Because I wasn't sure. What do you want me to say?
I don't know. Bye. This guy is so fidgety. Anyway, man, thank you for getting invested in this, because we try to make the content for you guys. And now it's time to go get something to eat, because we hungry.
Yeah.
Bye.